capital is more important than making money. And you want to lock in your trades, and you also want to protect your downside at the same time.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of AmericanDreamTrading.com's live futures education and trading program. This is an outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com, which was created and founded and owned by Chad Christian, who we affectionately call Coach. Why do we call him Coach? Because he coaches us through the muddy waters of everything investing, whether it's day trading, swing trading, long-term investing, dividend reinvesting, stock options, crypto, futures, you name it. If it can be traded, he is educating on us on how to do that. So we're glad that you could be with us today. If this is your first time with us, I'd appreciate it if you'd click subscribe. Also click notify so that you don't miss any of our future broadcasts, which we are live 3 times a daily from AmericanDreamTrading.com. We coaches live from 9 to 11 Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. We are live here with the futures from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern every time. And at 5 p.m. Eastern, we have what we call the aftermarket show over on YouTube at our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. Make sure you check that out. You can hang out with Don there at 5 o'clock and talk about trades that you had maybe during the day. You can ask questions and just general chit chat. Usually Don has a theme of the day that they'll talk about, right? They may talk about stocks. They may talk about the psychologies of trading. It's a very good show, and it's very relaxed. They always have a good time over there. Stop by, say hi, tell them you came from the future. She'll know what you meant. So glad you could be here. Again, my name is Mark McSee. I am a moderator with AmericanDreamTrading.com, and I talk about everything's futures. We try to give you a little bit of education for free as an outreach at AmericanDreamTrading.com. And this is give you a little taste of what we do here. We'll talk about, trading strategies, just general education. And most importantly, if you have a question, you can type it into your chat box, and we will do our best as time allows to answer those questions. So if you have a question, feel free to type it in there, and we'll hopefully get back and answer those questions for you. So what you see on my screen is TradingView. This is what I use to chart with. We've been watching, matter of fact, we've spent the last 2 hours in a training session while one of our members was in this trade live, and we were discussing it and talking through this trade. What do we do if it hits this level or that level? Or we get this pullback, what are we going to do? Are we bailing? Are we going to keep hold of it? And we incorporated the use of the L2 to help us see what was going on with the trade. And he was able to hold on to his trade all the way from where he got in at, clear down. He's still in the trade. He actually had to cut it off, and he's still in it as we speak. And that would be Doug. And we are, he's still actively trading this, and there's no reason to get out of this trade yet. We talked our way through it. As a matter of fact, I feel personally, it was such a good session that we'll use that as a training video that others in our paid membership, future memberships, can come back and review and see the things we are looking at, and hopefully grow in their knowledge and experience watching that also. So anyway, we were in this ES trade. I was in it. All our members were in this morning live with Coach when this thing started to really just take off. All the indices seemed to crash out today, as you can see. Lots of money was made today by our members. Hopefully you even got to participate in all of this, right? This started right off the bat at 9:30 this morning. And then we had economic news, which it was okay, but it was lower than expected, but not by a whole lot. But the market's just been selling off all day for various reasons. So lots of money being made here. If you'd have got into, well, let's just do a little quickie here. If you'd have got in up here, let's just say you would have got in here, all right? Because nobody ever hits the exact location where you got in, and you were still writing this today. One ES contract, and we're just going to say, we'll just say 350. What does that say? 358. We'll just say 355, and it pays 1250 per tick. 355 times 1250. Let me do the math. That's $4,437.50 if you'd have got in this morning on one contract. What's the true cost of one contract? About $3. Now you have to have you would have had to have the $900 in your margin account to be able to purchase it. 963 or whatever is what Webull requires. Say $1,000. So if you had $1,000 in your margin account, you could have bought one contract of ES, and you would be up $4,437.50 as we speak. And there's no reason to even get out of this trade yet. Look at this thing sell off. The other thing, it's Options Friday. A lot of sell offs in the market. People are getting out for the weekend, right? So they're going to take what profits. Now, these people have been making profits all day. They've been shorting snot out of this thing. Matter of fact, the other indices are the same way. You can see the NASDAQ. Look at that thing. They're all pretty much the same path. The Russell did the same thing, right? I made a lot of money today myself. Had a very good day, as did a lot of our members, right? Now, this wasn't the only thing I traded. Early this morning, I traded in gold and silver and gold and silver mostly, I believe. I don't know. Days one day runs in the other, but look at that. That's all because we are able to sell to the downside. We can make money when it goes up. We can make money when it goes down. Today, we were shorting, so we were making money all the way down. This is the Russell 2000. Basically, been the same amount of money, right? So, wow, get up there. That's 700 ticks. Yeah, you'd have made more money in the Russell. Wow. Anyway, well, not really. You'd have made the same because it pays differently. So you've been about the same kind of money. So a very exciting day at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Lots of people did well going into the weekend. They're going to be green. You always want to go green into the weekend. Why? Because it affects your mood, right? If you're losing money on a Friday, then you tend to stew about it all weekend until you get back into the market, right? And so and that gets less and less the more experience you have over time, right? I don't get as upset as I used to 2 years ago when I would lose money going into the weekend, but it's just a good thing if you're green, no matter how much, get out. That way you're green for the weekend. It does, whether you want to believe it or not, it does affect your overall mental attitude, right? And who wants to be a grouch all weekend, right? Your significant other is not going to put up with that. So anyhow, been a very good day to the downside, right? I don't know what gold did. Did gold do anything? It jumped all around. I was in that early this morning. As you can see, it's just kind of in that channel right now, right? But early this morning, you know, um, we had made some significant money on these. Made money to the downside on this. I made money on the downside to the ES, and then I got back in it at the market open, which I usually don't. And why did I get back in it? Because our community members, paid members, were talking about it. Nobody said jump in and buy it, but they were talking about it, right? Take a look at it. And that was enough for me. I actually wasn't going to trade at 9:30 this morning. I did a very significant amount of money in the early hours this morning. Matter of fact, I didn't even trade last night, and that's very unusual. So yeah, I got in, made really nice money this morning, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. But then I seen what was going on there because some of our other members were talking about it over our live session with Coach this morning. And, Coach was talking about it also. You always listen to the sound of Coach's voice, right? Again, he doesn't tell you to jump in and buy anything, but, you hear him talking about something a bunch, say, you might want to take a look at it. The man knows what he's talking about. He's been in the market for over 33 years, and so he does know what he's talking about. So that ended up benefiting me financially just by listening to the sound of his voice. And he tells you that all the time. So it financially benefited my pocketbook immensely. So I'm very happy with the results. Had a real good week overall, going into the weekend green. Now, I will tell you, believe it or not, and it's just, we started at, let's see, 12 o'clock we started our live training with our paid members. So round up here at this gold level, I believe it was right before the gold level. I remember saying I had a gold level right there, and we watched this go all the way down there. How much money would I have made on that trade if I'd have been in it, which I wasn't because we were in training mode? What is it? Roughly 200 ticks, right? 200 ticks. That's a lot of money. 200 times 1250, right? Per tick. There's $2,500 that I just sit there and watched other people make that I didn't. But that's okay. I don't have any FOMO. Believe me, I made a lot more than that today. That was on one. That was on one contract. So if I was trading 5 contracts this morning, you do the math, right? So uh, the days like this don't happen, every day. They don't even happen that often that you get a all the way up or all the way down all day kind of trading. So when you see them happen, you need to take advantage of it, right? So some of this was market news driven, economic news driven, and others was probably just a sell off for the weekend, right? We had climbed up significantly, and so people were selling off. So glad you could be here. So we are here to answer questions if you have them. Let me look real quick here. Good to see. Let's go, Brandon and Doug and everybody else popping in there. Dag Tor just popped in. Good to see you. Never again volunteer over there on YouTube. And Moses. Good to see you, Moses. Um, and let's see. Moses asks, how much money do you start with every week? I know Weeble only needs 500. Well, it takes 500 to open the account initially. You don't have to maintain 500, right? So I have a set amount I try to leave in there, right? Okay. I'm not going to share that amount of money. Let's just say I can trade in the evenings. I can trade a couple ESs and a couple golds, a couple Nasdaqs. So if you know the margin requirements for those in the evening, that could give you a rough idea how much I try to keep in my account. Now the thing I'm concentrating on this year is not only making money but paying down personal finance, personal household debt, right? That I've accumulated, right? We've accumulated in our household. So I am pulling money out of there every week back down to the minimum that I want to keep in there and taking those profits above and beyond what I need to have and applying that to paying down debt, personal debt. And that's a very gratifying feeling to be able to do that. Even probably even more so than making the money, right? So not only do I get the satisfaction when I make it, I'm also getting the satisfaction of eliminating things that are stealing my money every week, right? Them bills that you shouldn't have, right? Poor financial decisions that you make in your lives, right? So I'm able to undo a lot of those poor decisions on my part. Would it have been nice if I didn't make them poor decisions? Well, yeah, right. Look at all the money I'd have in my pocket, but it's all a matter of perspective. It's not every day. Most of our 9 to 5 jobs, you're limited on what kind of income you can make, right? Especially if you're on salary, you're going to get paid X amount of dollars no matter how many hours you work. And you can only work so much overtime, right? Even if you are getting time and a half or double time. There's even a limit how many hours you can physically work, right? So with this, you know, sky's the limit sometimes. Now, you can lose money doing this also, don't get me wrong. There's risk involved in any time you invest in something. And it's not any different whether you're investing in the stock market or you're investing in collectibles or whatever, right? There's always an inherent risk when you invest in something. So, and you have to understand that and take that into account whenever you decide to invest, whether it's in the stock market or elsewhere. So, it's basically understanding and getting educated enough to help reduce that risk profile, right? Reduce it so you're not, and that comes with time and experience, right? Um, it's like if you take something to a pawn shop, right? Those guys understand. They know. Hopefully, they know the product they're going to buy off of you. They know what they can sell it for to make a profit. So they can only offer you, maybe worth $1,000 of real money, but they're not going to give you 1,000, are they? Because they got to make money. So they're going to have offer you enough that they got enough wiggle room after paying you for them to make money. So because they're investing when they buy that type of thing off of you. Same way in the stock market, right? So, right. So our member that's over there trading this right now, I pretty much assure you that he is still in this trade. It is kind
Still
of
in it.
There you go. There you heard it, right? I can tell just by looking at it. It's because he's been trained by American Dream Trading, and he's got his investment criteria, which is the same as mine, even though he's still learning. He's been in this since noonish, right? Since lunchtime. As a matter of fact, he's in a 2-minute EWO. He got in over here somewhere, and then as he rode that baby all the way down, he's been making money ever since. Fantastic trade. It was very interesting and actually gratifying to see his growth, that he was able to understand how this works and write this down like he has been. So it's a long trade. It's hard sometimes, when, especially when you get pullbacks, not to panic, right? And that's the difference between an EWO and a scalp. Me, if I rode this all the way down, I'd have got out here on my gold. I have this gold level here, and then when that pulled back, as a scalper, I'm like, I'm out, right, and I'll re-enter later. But the 2-minute EWO strategy that coach teaches us a little bit different. Unless it says to get totally out of the trade, you stay in it, let it run, let your runners run. Now he did shed earlier using coach's shedding. I almost said something else, but his shedding technique, and he did shed some of his holdings, and he's letting that matter of fact, he's letting the last one run, letting the runners run. So doing very well. Matter of fact, right before we went live, we figured it out. He's actually made more money on that one last contract that he let run than he did on the other ones that he shed earlier. So that can happen. You never know. Some days this happens, right? You may get one or two a day where this happens. It's not a everyday occurrence where something always goes all the way down or all the way up for most of the day. So good for him. Happy for him, making all kinds of money. So as did our other members, as did I personally. So now I didn't play all this, but it is what it is. All right. So yeah, I'm not going to give you a number there, Moses, exact number, but you could go see what the margin requirements are and figure it out yourself. What's never again volunteer yourself? What's the biggest loss and the biggest profit I've had in one trade? I could tell you that right off the top of my head. I had an $8,000 loss in one trade when I was first learning because I broke coach's rules. I kept moving my stop, and I had hopium that it was going to recover and bounce up, and it wasn't doing it. And I kept moving my stop down, and it kept coming down. I'm like, well, it's going to bounce now. Nope, it didn't. It did one of these deals. It just kept, but I kept moving my stop, and you can't do that. So before I knew it, I was out. It was a huge trade to start with, but I was out of $8,000 in a matter of hours. And I've had an over I just actually set a new PR here, a couple weeks ago. I did over 13,000, I think it was. I thought I got to go back and look. Previously it was 12,000, and on a Microsoft trade actually, way back when. And then I just did whatever it was I was in. I can't even remember now. It's how much I care, right? It's one trade, one day, one in the 1 week. But I did make a boatload of money on that. It was over 13,000 personally one day. And I've had a lot in between, everything in between, right? I've had losses, everything in between also. So, but my losses happen a lot less now than they used to because, um, not bragging, but I like to think I'm a little wiser now. I've made all those dumb mistakes in the past, and especially when you wreck your account doing so, you learn not to do that again, right? Now, did I make that 8K back? Yes, I did, but it didn't happen overnight, but I did work back. Look at that thing pulling it. He's still in that trade. He just typed it in there, Doug. Look at that money. Holy cow. You slide your stop down, Doug? A little tighter?
Little bit.
Little
The
bit?
21 and the 21 and the 9 are getting really close, so I'm not using that as a marker anymore. I'm just keeping it
Okay.
about 12 bucks from where it is.
Okay, cool. So he's using a stop. So what he's doing, if you haven't seen this before, let me short one. It'll have to move a while for you to be able to see it work effectively, but there's a stop, right? So this
I
is
can
where,
share the screen too, Mark, if you want to.
yeah, you can. Go ahead. Well, Doug share his screen. He can show you what he's doing and give you a quick rundown on it. Kind of give them a little overview. What you've been doing since noon or whatever time it was you got in. Doug, you there? You're muted if you're trying to talk. Go ahead, Doug. Give them an overview of what you're
There we
doing.
go.
There you go.
Sorry.
That's all right.
So yeah, I got in at this little double top up here with a 6 contract scalp that I took to right about here. The reason why I got out of 5 of them is because every time it breathed back, I thought it was going to be a double bottom bounce on this candle here. So I left one in just to run, just to see what was going to develop, and it turned into a really beautiful EWO play. So now you can see the 21 and the 9 coming pretty close together. They're starting to consolidate. So all of the movement now is they're recognizing it as it's just coming down. It's not fighting it anymore. So I've got another level here that corresponds to, I think I did that on a 1 hour. Yeah, I did.
Yep. That'd be a triple bottom when it gets down there, won't it?
All of that activity
Quad
at
bottom.
that level.
All right, so we know
Yep.
that's probably going to be a tough level to bust through, right? But if it
Yep.
does, watch out, right?
So back at the 2-minute EWO, and you can see the movement from this morning that Mark was talking about earlier. It just tanked and then it flattened out. And then this is where I got in here, just riding it down.
Right, and it's in the basement forever, right?
Yeah.
Of course, we don't know where we're down. So, but that next line that's on your screen now, that's the quad bottom, right? 4X, whatever.
Yep.
So you got to have where you've seen how many times it hit there. So now we got to watch and see that. What will likely happen when it reaches that line?
Well, we're going to do one of two things. It's either going to respect that line and bounce back, or it's going to break through. And it all depends on what the buyers and sellers want to do at that point.
Correct. Right. And it's Friday, right? People want to get out of their positions. Right now they're riding this all the way down. So my feeling, again, my feelings, my knowledge in $1.25 will get you a cup of coffee at McDonald's. But do you think anybody's going to really want to be dumping a whole bunch of money into this trade when it's been going down like this severely all day?
No way.
And then get stuck in it at the end of the day.
Well, look at the distance between here and the 9 right now. So the sellers are really in control here. This one up here got me a little bit breathing hard when it touched that 60.53 level and kind of bumped past it. And I was like, don't do it. But if it got up to, and my visual level for that, by the way, if it got up to and broke and held to the bottom of this candle here, if it broke that level, I was out at that point. I wasn't going to give up that much money because that's a lot of money at that point.
Why isn't that showing up there? I could see it on the Zoom. It's not all. Yeah. Yeah, okay. They're not seeing your screen. They're still seeing mine. I can see it on the Zoom here. Let me blow it. That's okay. I wasn't thinking ahead here. Now I just blew it up on my screen. All right. I'll give this a second here. Yeah, thank you, Moses, for pointing that out. Hang on here. Make sure wait for TikTok is faster on showing up there. No, I gotta. Let's get rid of this. Let me move this over here. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Let me slide this over here. That way I can get it on the separate screen. And now let me click this button and get rid of that button. There we go. Now we can see it over there. Sorry about that, folks.
How about the YouTube?
Yeah, that's the first time we ever did that. See, now I got to remember that in the future, right? All right, Doug. Go
Perfect.
ahead and give another
There we,
replay. Give another quick
there we
replay.
go. There we go.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Moses, for pointing that out over there
Yeah,
on.
thank you. So basically what we're doing here is Coach's 2-minute EWO strategy. I got in as a scout and it turned into an EWO. But where I got in was right up here at this candle. At 1208.
Mm-hmm.
And I got in right at the top as it formed. The volume was low enough, so I got a really good fill there. And off of this little double top, we've got the previous day low right here that it bounced off of a couple of times. And it just looked really heavy on the L2 over here. So I got in with 6 contracts. As it was breathing back, yeah, that's where it is right there. As it was breathing back on this candle wick over here, every time it breathed back, I thought it was going to be a double bottom bounce. So I sold 1 contract at a time. And then I figured, well, that was a really good trade for me. I'll leave 1 to just run out and see what it does.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the result.
Yep.
One contract running for what is now 2 hours and 20 minutes.
And you are also up $3,380 plus on that one contract right now.
Paper trading, that 1 contract made me more than the 5 I sold.
Yep. There you go. Right? That's how you do it. That's to do that, you have to have patience, right? You have to trust your indicators, right? You have to play the EWO, and you're also using your. Oh, look at that L2 order over there for at 25. Holy cow!
Oh yeah,
That wants to pull down. Well, it's already at 25, right?
yeah. This thing's getting heavy again.
Yeah. Look at that.
I'm gonna have to snap another line from Mark here.
Yeah, Doug doesn't put as many lines on his chart as I does. It's driving me
I don't
nuts,
like
man.
it.
I was having a little stress attack there because I like, where's the next level at? Right? I like a lot of.
Yeah.
I have way too many lines on my chart, but yeah,
He's like, where's all the lines? I
so
don't want
so
them.
yeah. So he's how I messed his chart up. Like, put me some lines on there. I want to know where I got to watch. Right? Just gives you a heads up, right? Knowing where your levels of support and resistance are at. So
There's a little bit of a resistance level here, but the
look at
rest of this is
look
it's
at that.
if
Big
it gets
number down
below
there.
this, it's gonna dump. It's
Look at
just
that
gonna
big
crash out.
that previous week's high. That will be a big test if it can make it that low.
Yeah.
That's a long way off. It gets
And
down
but
there,
there's
you're going to be
nothing in the
buying a
way.
yacht. You're going to be buying a yacht if it gets down that low.
There's literally not much in the way.
Yeah.
Maybe some interest here
I was going to say, I can see that happening actually.
and
Yeah.
here, maybe.
It could be.
But
Could.
you
Right.
know,
What we
that's
don't know is that
75 cents apart.
your big market players, they have there's levels where they automatically buy at, right? So
Hmm.
and when also where they sell at. So what we don't know is if is this or a level down here where they're going to start executing buy orders. We don't know that part, right? All we can do is go for the line, go for the ride, and play our charts, play our levels, right?
Yep.
So right now he's got 1 point of decision down there that he's got to worry about right now. The L2 showing 29.60. I say 29. I'm only looking at the last couple digits there. So 60.29 is it kind of wants to pull. Look at that big order there. Did you see that 200 there pop up?
Mhm.
60.29. Yeah, wants to come down to that 29 level. Again, let's tell somebody throws a bunch of orders in there. It's going to want to act as a magnet. And this is the L2 order book. It's just another tool that you can see where orders are sitting. These are orders that are sitting there but have not been executed yet, right? And these people can cancel their orders. They can add to their orders. They can change where they're at. They can slide their orders down, right? Why would I want to pay 34 when I can pay 31? So you get a lot of psychology. You can see there's a little bit going on here. It touched our regression channel and it kind of bounced off of that, right? So now we're going to watch for it to go where next, Doug? What are we looking for it to maybe bounce off of?
Well, the 9 right here, it's getting a little mojo from that.
Yep.
And then if it gets beyond that, the next break, which oddly enough would be right back up at 604,175, is where the 21 is sitting.
Mm-hmm.
So right at the bottom of these candles over here, from what I've learned, is it will usually either touch or respect or at least visit these areas. Whether it stays there or not is up to the buyers and sellers. But
Right. So are you going to freak out and move your stop around if that happens, or what? What are you going to do? What's your exit plan if you have one right now? I realize we reevaluate from time to time what we're going to do. Do you
I'm
have an exit
keeping,
plan right now?
yep, I do. I'm keeping a $10 gap, roughly on my stop just for large wick candles. Someone comes in and does something really silly.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, if it gets beyond 604,175, it breaks and holds, not breaks, but holds, which would be right about these bottom of these candles here. So 6043.25. I'm going to start thinking about getting out.
Okay.
And then if it gets to, I'll let it get to this double top position here, which is at 6046.50. If it touches that, I'm going to
Well,
call
but
it a
look at
day.
all the money you're going to lose, all your profits if you let it go that high. Why don't you just go? Why don't you just get out right now?
Because this is a free trade for me. I already scalped what I wanted out of it.
Yep.
So as far as I'm concerned, this trade is all free to me. There's no downside. There's no risk.
So
And if you
why?
trade,
So
if you
why
trade the
don't you take your
money,
profit right now? What's stopping you from taking your profit right this minute?
I don't need to. It's not doing anything funky. It's respecting the 9. I'm not thinking about profitability at this point. I'm trading the trade. I want to know what the rest of this is going to look like and how it forms. I'm actually curious. So,
And you can end up making more money, right?
and yeah, and that's what coach says all the time. Let the runners run.
Hmm.
Stop out the losers and let the runners run.
It hasn't met your exit
So,
criteria yet.
not even close.
There you go.
Just a matter of fact, the one that kind of touched my heartstrings a little bit was this one up here.
Mm-hmm.
That little bugger, because it
Yep.
wicked all the way up to here, broke that level, and I was like, all right, well, if you come back, the only thing that kept me here is watching the L2. There were a couple of big orders like this one that were pulling down. I'm like, okay, so now I'm going to get a good downward hammer out of this. And the next candle formed right at the base. I'll zoom in here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So the next candle actually started forming at the bottom wick of the previous candle. So that's a pretty strong indicator, and it's below the 21 that it's going to at least move down.
All right, let me ask you a question. I'll put you on the spot, Doug. Chris over on our TikTok live chat asks, just want an alternate opinion. How far do you think it's going to go down?
I don't care.
There you go, right?
Honestly,
We don't try
I'm
to
doing
guess bottom any more than we try to guess top, right? We let
no.
let the trade run and go, right?
We snap some lines periodically because Mark likes them
Mm-hmm.
to give us points of interest to watch and monitor, but not really to react to too aggressively. You want to look at that 204,
Yep.
208.
So that's at the what level? 29. Yeah, 29, which is about where? About right in there, right where that wick's out of the other one. Is that where it's at?
Yeah, right here.
Yep. So you want to see what numbers are you looking at for the down pull when you're looking at your L2?
Lower left, green. So in this corner over here, there's a 214.93.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what we do is we look at them large orders there that are higher, bigger. The number doesn't matter. It's all relative to the rest. So if you got 30s and 40s and now there's 100 or 200 in there, that's going to act as a magnet to pull down towards it, right? Because why would I want to pay in this case $27.50 when I can go down there with the ones at 25, right? I can get it cheaper,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
146, 134s.
yep. Is there any reason to get out of this trade yet?
Nah, if I had the margin in the account, I'd just let it go all night.
Well, yeah, it'd be sitting there all weekend though, right?
All weekend. That's right. Yeah, it's Friday. I keep
Yeah, it's
forgetting.
Friday. Yeah, yeah. You usually don't. Well, it depends on your risk
So
tolerance. I don't hold anything overnight, but that's me.
yeah,
Other people do, but I don't.
you could swing trade this pretty easily at this level just to see what it's going to do, but that's not my game.
Right. And you
Yet.
want to paper trade the same way you would think you would trade in real life, right? You don't want to just,
Mhm.
yeah, you could just close this, shut your software off and let it sit there all weekend, right? Not going to hurt anything in real life, but what you're doing is you're programming your brain to do something that you normally wouldn't do. So you don't want to do that. You want to treat it as a real trade, and that's what he's been doing. He's been making decisions since it was up there at the top and working its way down. Now he's making decisions.
This gap.
Yep.
Look at that gap out a little bit. We're getting more distance between the 9 and 25. So the previous 9 candles are at a heavier downtrend than they were recently.
Yep. Now you got a big order down at 25.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that thing. So that's going to act like a magnet to just go, go, go.
Sucky, sucky.
So Mark, he had the discipline to keep this all as one trade. Personally, me, this would have probably been 6 trades.
Well, yeah, but
this probably would have been 40 trades for me, which is why I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
right.
This is amazing that you've held through so long, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, I would have been out there, there, and there.
Yep. And I'm the same way. I'm a scalper, right? But, I dare guarantee I would have got out on those major pullbacks, right? But you got to trust your indicator. Yeah, once it broke above the 9, I would have got out. But when you're playing an EWO, when he started out as a scalping, but it turned into an EWO, so he changed how he was going to do this, right? So he's playing the EWO, and EWO doesn't tell you to jump out every time you get a pullback. What do we do with an EWO when we get pullbacks?
Shed if you've got multiple contracts.
Right. We shed some of our holdings, right? Bank the profits, right? But he's so far ahead, he can afford to let this run, right? Yep. So that is far as a stress, in this trade, there's none, right?
Yeah, no stress whatsoever.
Even if he didn't have a stop and it pulled all the way back up to where he got in, he breaks even, the worst case, right?
Yep.
I guarantee you he's not going to do that, right? He's going to keep the stop
He'd
there.
Be silly to, yep.
Yeah, because now you have how big of a stop? You have how big of what are you guaranteed right now if this pulls back all of a sudden? Did you move that down since we finished last time?
Let's do the math here.
This little tool measures. So that's
243.
243 ticks. Times 12.5. You're guaranteed in this trade to walk away with $3,037.50. So you're going to walk away with $3,000 just by letting this one run at this point.
Yep.
So when you
that's if it gets stopped out. I mean, right now it's sitting at 3,700, 3,800. So.
Right. Yeah, you could cash out right now and have $800 more, right?
Yeah.
But then again, you could make another $5,000. You don't know. We don't know what the bottom is, and we don't try to guess it, right? We trade the trade that's in front of you at the instant is in front of you, and you make decisions as it comes down to each other level, right? And this is a critical level here, right? This is where that quad bottom was, or is that the other one?
I think so. I'll move back here.
So you can see this happening in real time, right? This is a beautiful example. And again, these days like this don't happen often, but boy, I tell you what, they're a game changer, an account changer, right? When they do happen. Yeah, you got.
Well, and the amount of contracts I started this with was 6. And if I would have actually done EWO, planned the EWO, but this wasn't an EWO formation until after I was already in. But if I had done EWO the way you're supposed to the letter, I probably would have gotten in here. I'm on this one because it's larger than the previous. And the caveat there is, where is it located? Everyone in our Zoom, where is it located?
They're
You
below all
trying
the
to be too
indicators.
perfect with it. Trying to be too perfect with it.
Where is it located? Come
Right
on.
there, below the 9s and all the other indicators.
Below the 9. Yep. And that's
You
one
Ride
of the
that puppy
major
until it ain't.
one of the
you
major indicators that we look at for EWO plays.
Yep. Look
9
at
and
that.
21.
And it's still, the volume's dropped off. You can see his volume bar down there. It's kind of a little, it's still okay. There's nothing wrong with the current volume. As you can see, it's off a little bit, right? We're getting approaching power hour. So, yeah.
Pretty steady here,
Yep.
for the most part.
Yeah, it is.
Not too much down. I mean, I've looked at EVOs before as we evaluate them, and this is pretty clean.
Moses asks, how much does one contract cost? Well, to buy and sell one contract is $3. All right. Now you have to have, was it $963.36 in your margin account that they debit against, right? But as soon as he exits this trade, all that money is put back in there in addition to the profits, right? So, but the true cost is the transaction fees that's charged by your broker, which is, $3 to $5, whatever it is, right? By whatever your broker charges. And he's up, what do we say, 3,000? That's a pretty good return on your money, wouldn't you say? $3 versus
30
3,000,
3,550.
Yeah.
That much.
Now he had to have 906, to say $1,000, just round it up, $1,000 in his margin account to buy one contract. Now he had, like he said earlier, 6, but this one, that money's already back in his account. So this one contract, his account's debited that basically say $1,000, right? So, and he's
and other brokers have cheaper margin requirements, as we're finding out too.
Right.
So
yeah. So it depends on, it's very broker dependent, but it's very, very inexpensive. All right. So you just have to have cash in your account with your broker, whatever broker you use. He's happening to use Weevil. So yeah, so you got a really strong level down at 60, 65 and a quarter, give or take a few pennies. Just call it 60, 65 down that way. I'm looking
we're
at
about
my chart.
15 minutes away from power hour.
Yep. What did I just say? I'm looking at the wrong line here, ain't I? Oh,
God, here they come too.
wrong candle. 60. I was looking at the wrong line. You got a strong level around the 60, 26 level. That's where you're at right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ralph's got his hand up, one of our members. Ralph.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up to, everybody that like to go in and out and scalp and do all that. Although that is very exciting, and I made $100 in 1 minute. Oh, I made $200 in 1 minute.
Yep.
But the account changing trades come when you get in and you hold price to the end of the day. I'm telling you. Or you hold price to the end of the trade. You know what I'm saying? You get in and you don't get out. Don't touch the mouse. That thing looks like it's probably about to turn around. Trust me, it's probably not. Well, whenever they get in power hour, it might. But most of the time, just keep this in mind when you get in the trade. Low usually means lower, right?
Yep.
High, it usually means it's gonna go higher. Every time price starts to make highs, it's probably gonna continue to break highs, right? And if it's going lower, it's gonna continue to go lower. Like it might look like it, price might go all the way into that cloud. You might hear people like, "Oh, I'm about to get long," and next thing you know, boom, new lower day. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
Then, right, start getting used to holding trades because I'm telling you, scalping is extremely hard. Right, we got some traders who scalping. They do really good at it, but trust me, they've been working for a long time to get that way. You know what I mean? But the EWO, right, is what will change your life. I'm talking about this. That's what the account changing stuff is. K Smart, Christina Jr.
Yep.
Whenever you see Christina Senior again, ask her, say, Christina, I know you're a scalper and everything, but what's some of the best trades you think you'd have ever had? And I bet you she's gonna tell you, oh, the best trades I've had is whenever I get in at 8 o'clock and then I don't close my trade out until 4 o'clock.
Right.
It's gonna be the biggest ones, the biggest EWOs, the ones that don't look. They don't come around often, but when they do, you got to get in and stay in. Don't just be
Trade the
out.
trade that's in front of you, right? Whether it's
Don't
5 minutes
just be
or
getting
5 hours, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you're saying that, Ralph. Actually, I thought about you. I think it was Sunday night. I on the Euro, I actually left a straggler out there overnight. And I wound up making $20 in the morning when I got up. And I just thought, you know what, no, I closed it out. I don't remember when I closed it out, but it went on all night long.
Yeah, see the Euro, they'll do that. And then not just the Euro, the other trade, pretty much every asset to do that. Right now, the Euro is kind of in a range, so it ain't really started the trend yet. I mean, the last few days it's been going up, but I mean, currency pairs, they getting strong trends and they go for a long time. Like if you go look at the historical charts, but not just currency pairs, like charts or charts or chart, right?
Yeah, no,
Most of
absolutely
them
no.
do that. Like most of the um this is for everything. Most
I don't know.
breakout last 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Like most breakouts, they last 3 days. Like how Coach got though on the 1 minute they got the what is it, the 5 to 7 candle rule.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's only on the 1 minute, and that's Coach's rule, right? But price charts, they fract them. So that means like price do the same thing on all time frames. Now, does that mean you're gonna get 7 daily candles in a row? That's just gonna be rare to see that, right?
Yeah.
But you're gonna always get 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get this, each on a day chart, each candle is a full day of just straight buying, and then we in there for I stayed in the trade for 10 minutes, or whatever. The move goes on forever and ever. Like, I mean,
Yep.
they could just keep going forever. So, like, unless the chart tell you to get out, just hold it. I know it's extremely hard to hold that trade.
Yeah, I don't know if
You
I
have to
would be able to let anything else
it's gonna
Yeah.
be
all
it's
night
gonna be
go all
hard.
night.
It's gonna be hard to hold that trade. I'm gonna let you know that right now. It's not something that's easy to do, especially whenever you see it up and then some go away. Shave off, cut in half, don't get out.
Yep.
You know.
So what are we looking at for a big order to the downside? Is there any down there? You got down there in the 30s. You got
a couple in the hundreds,
so
but
what?
I'm looking at this double top here.
Okay. Yep.
See if it
So
respects the
it's only
21.
down 1.7%. Okay. So we've seen 3-4% drops in a day. That's not one of the biggest, but it's a very nice one, right? So, yeah, it's down about 1.7% right now, ES. So what are you looking for? What's your point of decision at this moment?
Well, if it doesn't respect this double top and gets up in here underneath this candle, or maybe even 50% up the way of it, my mental stop is I'm out. I think
Good.
at this point.
Okay.
I don't want to give up that much to get all the way up to the 55 to see if it'll respect that.
And you're approaching
But
power hour in about
yeah,
8 minutes, so right. But again,
so
who knows? It could
I'm gonna
go. It
keep
could keep
this.
going, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna keep this at about $10 just to see, give it some room. But it looks like the 21 is doing its job, so
Yep. And
we'll
it's
see.
already been respecting it all the way down when it did pull back, right? You can go see your chart here.
Yeah,
How many
there
times
was
it
only
respected it?
one instance where it got halfway up in the cloud, and then it came right back down into a
Yep.
a
Didn't
red
break and
hammer.
hold there, right? Yep.
So now
So
we're at, see that?
yeah,
Little
well,
bugger
it's pausing though. It hasn't broken held above it. You got some large
right there.
orders looking at the L2 there, which
Don't
is
you do it.
117 down at 32. What's that? That's a 34 level. Okay, so there's a big
That
order
should
down
do
at
it.
32. There's a big order at 32. It's holding. They're fighting down there below to bring it back down. Let's see what
Come
happens
on,
here.
you.
Looking at your L2. You got 105 down there at 32. Yep, it's going up now.
Yeah.
You're losing ground, but it hasn't broken held above that yet, right?
Not yet.
We'll see
We
what
got about a
happens.
minute.
Yep. So we'll see here. You got now, yeah. See the numbers are starting. They're starting to put orders in now and increase it. This could cause some excitement to the upside, but we'll see here. This could change in a heartbeat. 33s are at the bottom now. 34. Yeah, this right now, short matter of seconds view is not looking good for the downside, but
No.
we'll see,
The
right?
longest 44 seconds of your life, right?
Yep, this is a major point of decision here. This is where patience comes in. The only thing we can do is kind of help judges is the L2 and our indicator there, right? Which is what he's looking at. That's that
Yeah.
green line. That's the 21. Now we're seeing 32s at the bottom. 31s are peaking.
See, there's that
Peaking.
double top right
Yep.
there.
Yep.
It was
31s.
either going to be this candle or this candle. I wasn't sure.
Yep. 31s are showing. Now we're seeing 30s. Want to pull it back down. 31s. And what he's looking at's that L2 over there, right? 31s. So
Steel ones, Mark. Steel ones.
yep. Well, till it breaks and holds, it's testing it, right? Now you're back to 31s. People are getting a little like, oh, maybe it ain't gonna go. Maybe there ain't enough people in here.
That's a good candle right there. I like that candle. I like the
Yeah.
start of it.
There's no real big order though to pull it down. That's the only bad thing. They're all about the same size. Well, there's the 119
They're
down to
starting to fill
30.
in.
Yep, now down to
They're
30.
filling.
There's 29s starting to show up. 60 29s. That's good. Oh, there's a big one there. 165 down to 29. So
Yep.
that's two. There
There
you
we
go.
come.
There it comes. See,
Here
I'm
we
going to say
go.
it acts
Here we
like
go.
a magnet. Wants to pull it down. Why would I want to pay 30 when I can pay 28? Right?
Here we
There you
go.
go. There's one at big orders there at that 28. We're starting to see some 27s on the bottom of the L2. That's good. Now it's got to fight back through the other candles on the way down, though, right? So you have double bottoms, whatever you want to call them. They're minis, right? They don't hold not really strong, but they're there, right?
Yeah.
So basically, to really get some good ones, you want to get down into 24s, right? See that happen. See, now they're still fighting because now they're right there at them other candles again, right? So
Yeah.
now you got 29s at the bottom. So
There we go.
they're
Here's a
fighting
couple
over
hundreds.
price. Yeah.
The fist fight right now.
Yeah, it is. They're trying to see whether they want to take it up or drop it, right? So, but either way, we already determined you're going to make no less than what, $3,000 on this trade, whatever it was.
Something like that.
Why are you moving your stop up? Why are you doing that?
$10. $10 gap.
Yeah, but you're giving up more profit. Maybe you only need 8. Haven't had one really spike up there, right?
Not yet.
But
yeah, right now it's
well,
at
I mean,
33.
you got time. You got time. So
yeah,
you're seeing 32s at the bottom of your L2 order book.
Yeah.
So these are the things.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
We're going to move that to the 50% candle just in case I don't have a quick enough finger.
Yep. Yeah. See,
That puts me right smack in the middle of that cloud.
I always keep my finger right on that stop. I got ready to grab and drag if that's how I'm going to exit, or I'll just exit off of the X on the order entry up above.
Yeah, but that's way up here.
yeah. I get it. Yeah, it's way
that's
out.
Not practical right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's holding at 32 right now. There's a big order at 34. The bottom
it's
of
up down here.
Yeah, it's
there's one.
The volume's dropping off apparently because it's getting a little slower.
You
can tell how much volume there is. If there's a lot of volume, way the fast as that L2 moves, you see it slow down. That means they're thinking.
Yeah.
You're about 3 minutes from power hour, but there we go. So now let's see, 33.50. There's a big order at that 34. They're holding tight on 34. You still got that order at big order at 34, 106, 107. So that'll act as a magnet, right? See, look at what else is it touching right now? It's touching your indicator, right? Your 21.
And bear in mind, this big hammer candle right here, if memory serves, doesn't that signal reversal?
Yeah, but see, there's a big. You got this the opposite on the other side, so there's still battle going there. It's respecting that 21, so that's you got hope that it's not going to bust through yet. So now you're starting to see some 31s down at the bottom of the L2.
So that reversal, that hammer right there that you're looking at, it is a reversal signal. But whenever it's rejecting a cloud, the signal is way stronger. See how they melting down right there? If that candle was the other way and it's going with the trend, all you got to do is wait for the next candle to pass it up. And that's a scalping signal, right?
Yep.
But a lot of people look at that candle right there, but it's going in the wrong direction. Right there, you got to ask yourself what's happening whenever that candle is going on. Whenever you see a candle, they got a long wick and a small body. That means either somebody just took a lot of profits off their trades, or they trying to place trades that make the price reverse, right?
Yep.
And this right here is going down and they selling. So if it's coming up like that, that means somebody getting out of a trade. Basically, they taking profits off, right? And the pressure is to the downside. So if they leaving, they gone, and the trend is down. So, we watching for a reversal.
It is, and look at where we're sitting. Right, we're sitting on that trend line right now, the 55 and that
right
trend
on that
line.
regression line, right? Now you're seeing 29s again on the bottom of your L2. 28s pop their head in. There you go. See, patience pays. Patience takes money from the impatient and gives it to the patient. 27s are shown there at the bottom of your L2. So there's orders there. Now, there's not a huge order. They're all about the same size, so it's still a battle. They haven't really made up their mind to throw a big order in to pull it down even cheaper. So they're working at it. There's a nice size one there, 29.5. There's some 28s showing there. So we want to get down to that 21, right? That'll be the test down there if you can make it down to that 21. They're fighting like crazy though.
All right. There's going to be some pressure here too.
Yep.
So.
And those numbers haven't even showed. What is that? 25? Those haven't even showed up yet.
25.75. Yeah.
Yeah, we're $2 away from that. That's a mile away right now, right?
Well, I like where that candle started though. Look at the top of where it started versus the bottom of the body of the previous.
There you got a confirmation candle, which can indicate a motion in that continuation of that motion downward. Again, all it takes is one big, not the retail traders, I'm brain dead. Been a long day. Institutional trader, that's the word. One of them big multiple symbol words. I'm watching the L2 over here. It's just bouncing around. They're just fighting like crazy. 29.
Why was I thinking commercial? I was thinking commercial when you were trying to figure out the word. Why was I thinking commercial? Like I don't know.
They're still fighting that area, right? So as long as it respects 9 and a 21, you got hope, right? That may hold it, right? Again, you're guaranteed to come out green on this. It's just how green, right? So what do you got to lose by letting it respecting and keeping your exit criteria the same right now? You haven't changed that, right?
Nope.
So as long as it respects that 21, I think you're still sitting pretty, right?
That's the plan with a 2-minute EWO, yes sir.
Right. You always have a plan to the upside or the downside. What are you going to do? What's your exit strategy?
I got a question pertaining to the chart. What I noticed that my chart been doing that. You see how his flag got a gap in it? Like, what is that?
Yeah. We're all getting that. It's got to be
a glitch in the matrix. Just me. I was really starting to like, man, my computer acting up. I gotta go get it.
Well, I thought the same thing. And then we seen it happen live when White Doug was doing. Look at that pull. Look at that. Now it's got to get past the bottom of them other candles first, though, right?
Here's a quick reversal candle, though.
Yeah, I would get it. Well, it's at a level. It's at a level, though, right?
Yeah.
You could draw a line right there from the bottom of that straight across. You can see where all those candles stop there. So that's a place that it's got to break through.
There it goes.
and that's at what, 27-ish?
27.75.
Yeah. Well, do you see now? You see 25s at the bottom of your L2 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah, you got 175, 156 at 26.75, 184 at 25.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Those of you out there on social media watching this is what we do. This is how we make money. Sometimes, I'm a scalper. I'm never in a trade generally this long. But, if it runs, I'm going to let them run, right? That's what you have to do. You have to let your runners run. I don't know if you're entertained or not, but hopefully you are. You can see this happening in real time and hear us talking through our trades. This is what we do in our head. Well, sometimes I say it out loud, not just in my head. But, this is how we talk ourselves through trades. And sometimes I actually have to say it out loud just so I can, okay, now, Mark McSee, here's the level. Oh, what's the L2 showing? Oh, look at that big order. Might want to pull down there, right? So you're constantly, all these things that we know that we've been trained in automatically, right? What do they do? What's the purpose of boot camp in the military, right? It's to get you to think their way and get you to think that way so strongly that when a situation arises, you just automatically react without even really thinking, right? It's just a natural bang. I'm going to do this when this happens, right? Same way trading, you're battling against the institutional traders and this up and down, and we're using every tool that we have available in addition to our education and our training to see where this could go. Will it break below those other candles there? We don't know yet. That's the battle that's going on. Just doesn't want to pull all that way down. So Mark Williams over there on TikTok, and let's see, Wade already answered. This is the S&P 500 futures. This is the futures educational program. So we are just actually been following a live trade. Actually, we started following this when he got in this trade around noon today, Eastern time, and it's now 3 o'clock. He's been riding this pony all the way down, riding the donkey, right? So, ride that donkey, right? Of course,
Ride that donkey.
you can't hear my
So
you can't hear my sound when you're sharing the screen. Huh?
so Mark,
Yes, sir.
well, everybody. So this right here, what the price sitting at right here, is one of the hardest, toughest things for me because I always want to enter right there. Listen, that is not a good place to enter. Like every time I done did it, it just don't work out. Like, and I was listening to a podcast and they had this old guy that was a trader. Like he said he was the first one. He used to work on a New York floor and everything, right? You know how they had it. These old guys. I think he was like the first person to do like a mobile trade during the. I think it was like I don't even phone. I think it was like when the email first came out. It was in the 90s or what. Anyway, he was talking about this, and he was like, when prices breaking down through support, he was like, if you sell or break down through support, he was like, that's one of the worst places to enter a trade because he was like, man, it's gonna go back so many times before it finally break that support. He was talking about something about algorithmic trading or whatever. I didn't understand that. But whenever he said it, I was thinking like he's not lying. Every time it get down to where it's about to break that support, every time it just sweeps back. It just keep coming back. He just keep coming back every time. You're like, what in the like when is this thing gonna finally break it? And then it'll do it probably sometimes 3 or 4 times. Then it'll pull up like it's gonna get ready to reverse, and then all of a sudden it'll slam down, you know.
Yep. Yep.
So trying to get in right there at that bottom or call the bottom, it's hit home for me because I had entered a trade like that I just knew that was breaking down to support and then just swept and went the other way. This is just last night. I was trying to scalp. I was trying to be somebody that I wasn't.
Yep.
And then I got popped in the mouth.
Well, you learn not to do that again, right?
Yeah, for real.
Well, I already knew you're a swing trader. Oh, by the way, where do we learn how to do all this? At AmericanDreamTrading.com. You too can learn how to do this over time, with time and education and experience. Do what we're doing, right? Does this mean you're going to be successful every trade? Nope, absolutely not. I wasn't successful in every one of my trades today. I still had an excellent day, but I still had red trades. Anyhow, go to AmericanDreamTrading.com, grab our free Discord. While you're there, check out all our membership programs that we have there. We do have our all-in-one, all-inclusive, one-time pay, never ever pay again. Includes every membership that we currently have for lifetime. It also will include anything that we create in the future for lifetime. And that's our diamond membership. I quite honestly don't know if we even have any left. You can go there and find out. If it lets you buy it, then you can. It's $10,000 one-time payment. That's basically, if you would buy each one of our memberships separately, the lifetimes, it's over $50,000 value. Does the price, if it's still there, it will go back up to $20,000 once the maximum amount are sold. And I can't tell you at this moment whether that's occurred yet. It may have, but anyway, it's our diamond program. We also have our VIP, gold, VIP, and our premium memberships. So go check them out. In addition, you can do what we're doing, trading futures. We have a futures membership. We even have a crypto membership. So when you get tired of watching for free and you want to get more education and learn how to do these things that we're showing you here live, so then you can grab one of our memberships. So I suggest you go to AmericanDreamTrading.com and grab our free Discord. And when you get in there, you can get inside of our stock lounge and you can actually interact with other members live. You can type in questions, ask questions. There's also free training materials in there for you, such as videos and documents. There's discounts to a whole bunch of different things in there also. So go check it out. It's free. It always was free, and it always will be free. AmericanDreamTrading.com. There we go. There we go. 60/30. Let me go back here. What do we got going on over here? 27s now, right? That's a good thing. We're seeing 26s now. That's even better. They'll show you that it wants to pull down. What is that level of the bottom of those candles there? Those mini double bottoms. What is that? 27?
This one is 27.75. This one is
So it's got to break below 27.5 to bust away from all that stuff, right? So really, we want to say, well, look at the bottom. There's 27. Oh, 158 at 27. That, well, see, they just dumped some of it. Now they changed it. See how fast they change order? But they do want to pull it down there. There was a big order right there, right there.
Still yanking.
Yep.
And again, this candle started right at the bottom of the last one. So
yep,
that's good.
The way this is acting, I'm guessing you can probably hold this puppy a lot longer yet.
Oh, right? Yeah, I don't see it slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're consolidating here, so it's going to do something.
Well, it's either going to go up, or it's going to go down, or it's going to go sideways. How's that?
Yeah. I mean, this trend line system could flatten out if it continues to just, somebody ran over it with a steamroller, like gold earlier in pre-market.
Yep.
Gold was flat, and then it wasn't all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a nice one. 25, almost 200 contracts. Yeah, ever since you said earlier today that is like a magnet to pull down, changed my whole perspective on how to read this. So thank you for that.
Yep. Just sending a note to our live futures chat. That's just part of our paid membership in the futures. One of our members said, man, if you got in one entry today at the 2-minute EWO, you'd be up X amount of dollars and never had a reason to get out. And I just typed in there, oh, how about coming over to our live social medias? You'll see this happening in real time, that you've been in this trade since noon. So, right? So, and he's right. Why is the market crashing? The market's not crashing. It's just pulling back. It's people taking profit. ES, which is SPY, is Friday. It's only down 1.75%, and that's a lot for that. But we've seen 3% pullbacks on SPY / S&P 500. We had some PPI numbers that were less than stellar. They weren't horrible, right? It was kind of really like, it wasn't really bad nor good. Um, it wasn't better. Let's put it that way. It wasn't increased producer price index. They were looking for hopefully some improvement, but it takes time for them numbers to actually show up. So it wasn't, kind of. I thought it was pretty much a nothing burger number myself, but market's been pulling back. It's also Friday. Nobody wants to hold on to things over the weekend, so they're going to start taking profits, right? Um, whenever you have an uptick, people are eventually going to want to start selling off, right? So bulldoze. The market's not really crashing, but there is a strong pullback. But we don't care. We love it. Why? Because we learn how to trade when the market goes up. We learn how to trade when the market goes down, and we learn how to trade when the market goes sideways. We will make money when the market goes up. We will make money when the market goes down, and we will make money when the market goes sideways. Why? Because we learned how to do that at AmericanDreamTrading.com. All right. How's my parrot over there on Twitch? Is he learning how to say .com yet?
It's so awesome.
Yeah. For those you don't know, we had one of our members message us and said that he's over on Twitch watching on our social media, and he hears me say AmericanDreamTrading.com, and the parrot pays attention to that, and he's just a short time away from saying it properly. So parrot's picking up on my .com. So I can't wait for him to say that happens, and it drives him nuts. He's one of our paid members, actually, by the way. So I thought that was hilarious. Well, thank you for listening, for one. You know who I'm talking about, member over there, Disabled Vet, over on Twitch. Thanks for showing up every
Is it the
day.
guy with the
Showing up
parrot on
enough,
his shoulder?
showing up enough that that his parents learning new words.
Is it the picture with the guy with the parrot on his shoulder? He's standing on the beach or something like that? Or am I thinking of
I
something
don't know I can't remember what his icon looks like. It's Disabled Veterans, his username. He's been around for quite a long time with us.
Yeah, it might be the same
Yes.
person then. 'Cause
Yeah.
too many people have
At
parrots.
Golf Depot, you are correct. The housing info wasn't all that great either, right? It was kind of type of thing today. So, but this is probably more, yes, the news has something. The economic news does have something to do with it. Again, measure of overall inflation type of thing. But a lot of this downtrend just, we're getting out of Dodge for the weekend. I don't want to have it sit here. So where are we at now? We're back up to the 30s, right? We're not getting them 26s like we want.
Hey, I'm telling you,
29s.
that breakdown to support is
I put
hell.
I put an arrow on there to help encourage it.
Yeah,
I'm
is that what you
telling
did? Should do draw a line there at the top of that candle so that it can't break above it. That's how I always do it. Put a line there, that way it can't go up. Hold it down.
You and your lines.
So, oh, and you are
Okay,
correct,
setting the
Jeremy,
tone.
over there on TikTok Live. Your comment is spot on. So, anyway, this is he actually employed two strategies on his trade. He originally started out just scalping it, gonna make a quick buck, but then it started dropping like crazy, and he just been riding it down, and it turned into an EWO play. So he's been following the EWO strategy and the teachings and the rules we have in place. There it is, breaking above that 21 for the first time. Is it going to hold? We'll find out, right? If it breaks up through that, that might not be a good sign, right? You might want to lock in profits again, right? Again, will never tell anybody when to get in or out of a trade. As you can see, it is respecting these indicators. Those are treated just like a historical level, if you want to say that. Why is that? Because everybody else can see these same indicators if they're using them, right? VWAP and the 200 MA are the top used indicators, which we haven't seen VWAP for a day. VWAP and the 200
Ages.
way up at 6086 area, way up there.
688, yes,
Yeah.
82 and 84 for the
Yeah.
200.
So this is perfect for a down trade. Everything's behind us, right? All our indicators are in a rear view mirror other than the 9 right now. We got to get back below that. And it's on the regression channel line too. So we want to see that break. The volume has dropped off a little bit temporarily. I think what you're getting is a lot of people evaluating what they want to do with this. What do we want to do with our money, right? Do we want to
Well, and you
continue?
got the 9 and the 21. They're coming together again, like they did back here.
Mhm.
Actually, it's further back.
Yep.
So we'll see what it does.
Absolutely. So
There
how
we
would somebody
go.
start day trading? You've always been interested, really never knew how. Well, Will, over there on TikTok Live, you've made the first stop, and that would be you can watch us live every day from 2 to 4. This is an outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com. We offer this free every day, Monday through Friday, right? You can get a little taste of what we're doing here. When you decide you want to step up the game, then you can look into our memberships. Our VIP Gold memberships give you up to 12 hours per day, starting at 4 a.m. Eastern Time, live on a Zoom call, training and trading, starting at 4 a.m. through 4 p.m. Eastern Time each and every day. Even the VIP Gold members have training on Saturdays, even. So we provide deep dive training through live Zoom calls. We also have educational materials such as videos and documents. One of the first things you could do today that won't cost you a dime is to go over to AmericanDreamTrading.com and grab our free Discord. You can go in there. You can hang out in the stock lounge. You can ask questions. You can kick the tires a little bit for free. It costs you absolutely nothing. How do you start learning to day trade? Well, the first thing you do is you listen. Listen, listen, listen. Take notes. Listen, take notes. Listen, take notes. Listen, take notes. Ask questions once things are starting to make a little bit of sense to you, right? Because your head will spin as you're learning new lingo, new words, new strategies. You know, especially if you've never did anything like this before. It's a skill. It's literally a learned skill that you have to be trained to do. Just it's pretty much like learning to play the guitar, right? Or learning gymnastics. It's it's a learned skill, so you have to get the education just like you would go to college, right? They don't hand you a 4-year degree the first day you show up on your freshman class. You got to put the time in, you got to put the effort in, you got to want to do it. I will point it out that 95% of all day traders fail in the first 1 to 2 years because they get in there and they don't really know what they're doing. They don't have any guidance. They don't have any standardized education and training. They don't have a mentor that they can turn to and ask questions at any time that knows what they're doing. They don't have a community support behind them. It's pretty lonely day trading. You're sitting in your basement or your bedroom behind a computer monitor all day. That gets pretty lonely. It actually affects your mental health. So having a community of like-minded people behind you can help you increase the likelihood of your success, right? Because now you have people you can share experiences with. And believe me, we've all been there, done that. So I've made a lot of money and I've lost a lot of money. And, I'm really consistent now on making money. So that's a good thing. But that didn't happen overnight. I've been doing this for a little over 2 years, and this is what I do full time. I have no 9 to 5 job because of American Dream Trading. I was actually able to tell my 9 to 5s, no more, no more for me. I'm never punching a time clock again. I didn't punch a time clock anyway. I was in management and manufacturing, but that's beside the point. So I'm just not showing up anymore. Right, I'm done. I'm letting instead of other people determining whether I am working or whether I'm laid off. I decided that I will make my own decision. It's not easy. It's hard. It takes a lot of work, a lot of studying, a lot of listening, a lot of education, a lot of time and experience. Not only do you have to learn, there's a good one. You shall not pass. Reference to Monty Python. His Monty Python reference there.
No, that's Lord of the Rings. When he's fighting the Balrog.
Oh, okay. You're right. So I would suggest you take the first step now. We do have some of our. I was going to go look and see if we still have our memberships. Let me see if there's even any available left now. We had a once in a lifetime sale, and for the diamond memberships, all inclusive, it's $10,000. That's a lifetime on everything. Yeah. All right, golf. He got the reference. Only a flesh wound. There you go. I love Monty Python too.
Great movie.
Oh, I love Monty Python. Period. Everything Monty Python.
Alpha Brian is my wife's favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's is Holy Grail, my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so much for Monty Python derailing me. go to our free Discord, grab that American Dream Trading, and there it has all the membership details for you. So go check that out. I can play the video for you, but I do play that every day. We'll let Doug continue to share his screen and his trade until he decides he's done with this trade. We got about 40 minutes or so left in the day before the market shuts down for the weekend, and we'll see what's going to happen with this trade. It's kind of at a point of indecision. They're fighting, right? And he's getting itchy there, aren't you, Doug? You're getting a little itchy, scratchy. Want to know if you're going to lock in that profits, aren't you?
Oh, no. I just trying to keep that $10 gap.
Oh, okay. Every time you move that, you're giving up guaranteed profits. Frankie West Palm showed up over there on TikTok. Good to see you, Frankie and Will. And you don't have Will. Okay, now here's the thing, Will, over there on TikTok. You don't have much capital at the moment, right? And realize this would be it. We have a lot of young people that are retired. Okay, and I'm a little older, longer in the tooth than a lot of people, but I don't know if he was here yesterday. Eric, he's very young, and actually he broke his foot. That's how he ended up getting into this. He found Coach on TikTok and embraced what Coach was saying, and he's a few years older than you, but he is fully retired. He'll never work a job again. He does this full time also. We have, I'm going to guess now we have probably 225 to 250 that have been fully retired. I'm one of them.
I'm out.
Are you out? All right.
I'm out.
Good job. There's it met his criteria, and I didn't see what you did there. Did you slide your stop down, or did you just click out?
No, I just flattened it.
Oh, flattened it. Okay, killed it that way, right? And you locked in
Right
over
down
$3
here.
grand on one trade, right? Look at that. You banked. What's that say? $4,650. You banked, right?
4,658 even.
There you go. Not bad for $3 or $2.90 a contract, right?
And
Good job, Doug.
Better
let's
sharp
do
stick
this.
in any eye, right?
Let's do this real quick. That one contract ran
250.
258 ticks by the time I got out of it.
Okay, 258 times 1250. 58 times 1250. You made over $3,200 on that one last contract that you let run.
Yep.
Where else can you make $3,200 in a couple hours?
At its lowest, and some people will probably have a real challenge with this, but I'm trading the trade and not the P&L at this point.
305
at its lowest, it would have been 305.
That was 3,800.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
You know, every time I measure something like that, whatever the price show, and I bring it all the way to the top to the bottom, I always just cut that number in half because you're not going to be able to catch the top and the bottom.
Correct.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to catch the whole move. So
yes.
Well, the thing I like about where I got out, I mean, I'm sure it's probably still going to tank, and it is power hour, and I just didn't want to be involved in that. Playing by coach's rules, you know, I'm relatively new. I shouldn't be in there. So
right.
But
and
this
it's
is
to be a color change.
and that's the other thing. The volume is really starting to peter out here, and we're getting a color change, and we're getting that shoe formation coming up.
And it's power hour.
And power hour.
Yep.
So there's so many things that are just like, no. If it hit the middle of that EMA cloud like it did, and it came up and retouched up here, I told myself I'm not going to let it get to 50% of that candle up here to 55.
And that candle took out the high. That's the first time you should have had a higher high.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
What you laughing at? What you laughing at, Mark?
I'll show you once I get my screen back. We have a member just posted that he is in Costco, and he's sitting there. So apparently his significant other is running around the store, and he is actually trading inside Costco. He is making money trading futures inside Costco as we speak. He said, My Costco bills are going to be expensive. I have to trade. He's going to offset his grocery bill by trading while he's sitting at the place that he's spending his money. That's hilarious.
See now for me, Mark, right here,
Mm-hmm.
if it breaks and holds that prior to making this trade, I'd been all over that and just been stupid about it.
No, you did a great job. Yep, that was good.
So yeah, this was a really good experience. First EWO I've ever completed front to back.
And played it the way it should be played, right?
Well, and I played it to the criteria that I set up
Mm-hmm.
for my exit, and that's the important part for me.
Yep.
Is entry and exit, making sure I'm making good trades. The money will come when it does.
Yep, exactly. Bulldozo asks over there on TikTok live chat, where you use level 2. Where can you get that? You get that from your broker. What you see there is from Weebles. He's using Weeble as his broker, as I do.
Yeah,
And it's
this
not
is a
part
different
of
window.
Yeah, it's not part of TradingView. Now he has his Weeble account linked to TradingView, so he can trade with inside TradingView. Okay, so he's using a charting software that lets you link a lot of different brokers to that software. So he has Weeble as his broker. Okay, and that's what Coach shows on his screen, but he's using the TradingView charting software to execute his trades by having his Weeble account attached to that. So you have to get that. That comes directly from your broker, whatever broker you use. Yes, the CME group is the one you would get who processes this L2 data, and it's a monthly subscription. That what you see there on the screen is like $40 a month. But I think he just paid for a whole month's worth. Wouldn't you say on this one trade?
Oh, Jiminy Christmas! I paid for
10 years worth.
Yeah. Right. my subscription on Weevil is only $30, $31 or something like that, because I don't pay for the L2 data for stocks and options.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, that's where you get that from. That all comes through. He says you tried to get access to Discord, but it's trying to give me a coupon. No, there's no coupons. It's all free. Go to our website, American Dream Trading. Click on that, and then claim that. There's one thing that says claim, I believe, and then check your email. Then there'll be an email there that will help you to verify your account. Just one click on your email. If you don't see that in your regular inbox, make sure you check spam filters. Make sure it's in there. Let me know if you have any trouble there, Will. Trading Penny says, I don't like spam. I don't either, but I'm sure that's also a reference to Monty Python. Spam, bam, 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 spam, 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 spam. I think that's what Trading Pennies is referring to. What's on the television?
Look at that.
Climbing up.
Yeah.
Yep. So you made the right decision, right? Based on your criteria at the time.
Well, and it kept hitting these tops here, and I just knew it's the third time around. It might do a little retest, and then there's the switch right there.
Yep.
The 9 and the 21.
Yep. And
right
Johnny.
There.
Yep. Oh, look at that. Well, see, now you're broken, held above the 9, so now you can play that to the upside, right? If you wanted to.
I could, but I had a really huge trade, so I'm taking the day off.
There you go. You're not giving any of it back, right? And that's decisions you have to make, right? You don't want to give anything back. He wants to go into the week because he could literally get his face ripped off going up, right? Give a lot of his money back. And that's pretty demoralizing when you do that, right?
I mean, look at it, respect to 55.
Mm-hmm.
Where the body is now, it went all the way up here and then just got like Michael Jordan sitting at the hoop, man, just rejected.
Yep. I wouldn't re-enter unless he breaks that 60, 40, 175 line that you got there.
Yeah, I was just going to say it'd be up here.
Yep.
And I wouldn't even do that because that's a double top right here. So I'd probably wait.
That's a scalper signal to the downside right there. See how you got the pin board that's rejecting the 55. It's going with the trend. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now all you got to do is wait for the candle to pass that up right there, and it just boom.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what this is doing, you could re-enter down here, but I don't know. It's starting to go sideways, and it can do anything at that point. Just to wait.
It's powwow. It's just, it's the weekend. Don't
Yep.
trade.
It's weekend.
Yeah,
This is
and
going to be really involved. Right.
you're
saying?
between three
The
indicators.
week is over.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I always the people that get it, I used to be in the zone like after I've been trading for a while, and I used to come back and I hear people in there trading at the last minute. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like,
Yep. No reason to. Right.
yeah,
Going to the weekend green. Johnny makes a good point here that is a real part of trading. He says, I have some wins, but end up losing because being emotional. And that is a real thing. Actually, that's probably one of the hardest things you have to learn. And it's one of the hardest things to overcome is your emotions. There's a big psychology in trading, right? You have to and it's easier said than done. You have to not get mad when you lose money, right? You got to be able to treat each trade as its own trade, its own moment in time. And if you happen to lose, you just have to shake it off and go in and go to your next trade. Now, of course, if you're getting multiple red trades, you need to stop immediately what you're doing and evaluate and see if you can figure out what you are doing wrong, right? It may be a lack of education. You don't really know what you're doing, right? You may be trying to trade so soon. That's why we tell everybody when they come into American Dream Trading, we don't even want you funding an account. We want you to listen and gather the education, absorb what coach is saying. Okay, we want you to use the information you're getting here for free, and then eventually stepping up your education by getting a membership. So you want to listen, learn, write things down, watch videos, listen to everything that's going on, and as it makes more sense, uh, then you just keep doing that for a long time. You didn't make money in the markets yesterday. You don't have to worry about making money in the markets today. You want to do it the right way. You want to learn to walk before you run, right? And some people want to go from crawling to running marathons. It doesn't work that way. This is not a get rich quick scheme. Now, we had a very good day today. It was probably one of the easiest trading days we've had in a long time. It was straight down, and some things went straight up depending on what you were looking at. So it was kind of a one-way motion today, but that doesn't happen every day. So, what trader do I use? I use Weeble is my broker that I use, and the screen share you see here with Doug, he also uses Weeble. A lot of the members at AmericanDreamTrading.com use Weeble simply because Coach uses it, and when we learn, we're learning with Coach, and it's easier to trade. Watching Coach's screen so you kind of see what he's doing and kind of match it up. But you can use any broker you like. That's his personal preference. So one of the things you want to do is actually get in there and get a paid membership. You can only learn so much here doing these lives that we're giving. I'm answering questions. I'm spending 30 seconds or a couple minutes answering a question here and there. It's not like we're spending hours deep diving. Now today, I like this. Doug was able to share his screen with us and continues to do that. We've been talking about this one trade literally since noon today. Now it's 3.5 hours later. We talked about this trade and we deep dived into it, the principles and everything of trading this particular trade since noon with our paid members from noon to 2 before we came live. And Doug didn't cancel his trade when 2 o'clock hit either. He kept it going. And we ended up, this was, I think, a different way of having a class today. You got to see it live as it happened. You got to hear us talk through it, maybe give some of our reasonings why we're still staying in that trade. What was this criteria for getting out of a trade? Because as you see on Coach's indicators that's on his screen there's no place that says to buy and no place to say to sell. Now, there's plenty of things it does tell you to buy and certain things it shows you to look at to get out of a trade, but there's no signal per se. It's the accumulation of all our training and education and learning how to use these indicators that Coach provides to paid members only on our VIP Gold, futures, and crypto memberships so that we can use that information and make a better educated decision on getting in and out of trades. Does that mean all your trades are going to be successful and you're going to end up being the next bazillionaire? Not at all, right? You still have to make your own decision when to get out. Johnny, do we have a course? No, we don't have a $9.95 ebook. Now we do have a bona fide way of training, different steps. If you get the VIP membership, you can go monthly, quarterly, 6 months, yearly. That gives you the most training. We actually start at 4 a.m. training and trading, 4 a.m. Eastern, clear to 4 p.m. So you get up to 12 hours a day. Futures traders, we could trade up to 23 hours a day from 6 p.m. Eastern time till 5 p.m. Eastern time the next day, and it's closed between 5 and 6 Eastern. So there's only 1 hour a day we can't trade, and there's a lot of us that do trade in the evenings. There's a lot of us that trade early morning hours, and the other group of people trade during the day. I normally don't trade during the open market, but I did today. Glad I did. Made a lot of money today because of that. But I normally don't. I'm usually done first thing in the morning because I make the bulk of my money trading in the evenings. So you can go to AmericanDreamTrading.com, Johnny, and it'll have all our memberships. As you get on our landing page, you'll see everything that's posted there. So first, that is the first step. Were you able to get into the Discord there, Johnny? You're the one that was having an issue there, so something about a coupon or something. Oh, that was Will. Sorry. Will, were you able to get into the free Discord there? Forgot to follow up with you back there. Yeah, AmericanDreamTrading.com. Love it. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take your screen back, Doug. Is that all right?
Yeah, by all means, please do.
All right. So
I'm just milling about looking at all the other EWOs we could have been playing.
well, can't be everywhere every
Oil.
time, right?
Now oil's looking really good too. And
Yeah.
Q did a nice pull.
Yep.
Gold is a mess until, well, still a mess, really.
Yep. Let me get this out of the road here.
Gold,
Yeah.
gold is confused right now. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Market was trying to recover, now it's selling off gold. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Remember,
Yeah.
I was telling you we have one of our members literally training in Costco. Right there he is. He sent me this picture here. Right? He's got his laptop. He's sitting inside Costco making money trading. You can trade anywhere in the world that there's an internet connection. Day trade anywhere. Matter of fact, we had a member went to Paris, made like $12,000 sitting under the Eiffel Tower. Why? Because that was his goal to do that. And he did. It wasn't his goal to make $12,000, just worked out that way. But yes, Johnny, I am personally testing out Trade-Evate myself. I 100% agree that it has lower fees. Yes, I am actually on a 2-week. I'm testing the software out, but that doesn't matter because you can link Trade-Evate to TradingView, your account to it, and you can use TradingView to actually trade. It's got its advantages and disadvantages, but yes, they have substantially less fees and everything in it. Well, see, as I'm a scalper, I am in and out of trades every minute or two sometimes, so those fee structures matter to me. Now, if you just buy 1 or 2 trades a day, yeah, not so much so, right? But right. So, did you make it into our free Discord there? While you're doing that, let me share a little infomercial, if you want to call it that. I call it that, so that's what we'll call it. This is gives you an overview of AmericanDreamTrading.com. You go to our website. Go to our website for the most current prices because some things we have discounts on that don't show on this video here, and some of our pricing is a little bit different. Matter of fact, there's one on there substantially less than what shows on this video. So go to AmericanDreamTrading.com for everything that is current. Let me play this for you. It only takes about 5 minutes. Again, a reminder to our paid members, you will not be able to hear or see this video, so please leave your mics muted until I say we're done playing it.
So if you guys are interested in joining us, head on over to americandreamtrading.com. You guys can sign up for a free Discord or one of our paid membership. Our first paid membership that we have is our regular premium membership. With that, you guys will get access to our Zoom. Inside of our Zoom, you will have a live open microphone. You will get live training and trading starting at around 8:45 until market close every day at 4 p.m. when the market is open. You guys will also receive the hot stock pick, the pre-market setup, where we go over strategic levels of certain key different stocks throughout the day you can use, and also at the opening of the bell. As a regular paid member, you will also get the IPO Center. So any new and exciting IPOs that come out, you will get them first. Plus all the videos on demand. We have around 11 videos to help you get started on your journey with us here at American Dream Trading. They'll go over things like day trading, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, the wheel option strategy, our 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed from being in the stock market over 33 years. When you're ready to step it up, you can join our VIP membership. By the way, the premium membership starts at $200 a month. The VIP membership starts at $500 a month. With the VIP membership, you guys will get access to early training and trading starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's 12 hours of access to us with some of our self-made millionaires, mentors. And then you'll get training with me starting around 8 o'clock every single day. You guys will get the VIP lounge, all the workshop classes. We put on a workshop class once per month. You will get all of the previous workshop classes and any future workshop classes as long as you're a paid member. You'll also get all the VIP training videos. We have over 50 beginner and advanced videos to help your journey. We also have the TradingView indicators. These are an overlay indicator system that goes on top of TradingView. It will require a subscription, which is about $15 a month. This is my 2-minute EWO strategy. You guys can use this with stock, options, futures, and crypto. If you're a VIP member and you want to step it up to our highest level that we have right now, which is VIP Gold, you can do that for an additional $250 a month. Now, with all of our services, you can buy monthly, quarterly, semi-quarterly, or annual, and sometimes we have lifetime deals on these, so make sure you guys are watching for deals. With the VIP Gold, you guys are going to get all the mastermind classes for free, and we have another one coming up. I will let you know when that is coming. You'll also get 1 hour of tech support where we can remote in and look at your systems and help you get set up with your charts, etc. This is not a one-on-one, but this is to help you get started if you need it. We also have weekend training every Saturday at 11 a.m. If you guys have busy lives and schedules and your jobs, right, are always in the way of you trying to get training, well, we have weekend training. We also have the VIP Gold Lounge access, the VIP Gold Priority Help Desk support. We have our news service where we're giving daily and weekly outlooks of the news. We also have breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. with our other self-made millionaires and mentors, so make sure you guys check that out. Everything inside of the VIP room is recorded, so all of these sessions are recorded for you, including all the training that I had mentioned before. You can catch all of this in the replays only for VIP Gold members, so if you have busy lives, everything is recorded for you. Of course, we have other things inside of the VIP Gold, like the 90-day challenge, the debt-free challenge where we're helping you to become debt-free, and our brand new in beta live Apple chat where you guys can watch one of our moderators, David over there, live trade Apple with the 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed. He has made currently at this time as of December 2024, he is over $320,000 in profits that he has made using this strategy over the last 2 years. We also have our brand new futures membership. You guys will start getting training for futures from noon to 4 p.m. every day, and all the training videos, terminology, everything you need to get started in futures with our futures membership. With the futures membership, you guys also get the TradingView indicators. So those are only available to VIP and futures members. Some of our a la carte services you guys can get, you can get a one-on-one with a moderator. We have all of our training videos like the mastermind classes, how to grow a small account part part 1 and 2 when it's released, but you guys can buy those from our website. You guys can also get inside of our mentorship program. Our mentorship program is $500 a month. You will sit with me every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern for an hour in a small, intimate group where we can go over larger items or just get you kickstarted, right? Can be IRAs, 401ks, SEP, anything you guys want to talk about, swing trading, day trading, right? Anything that you guys want to get inside of that room. It's just like having a one-on-one with me every single week. And again, those are all of our products and services you guys can get at any time by going to americandreamtrading.com. Some of the rules. Okay, somebody, perfect question. You're asking the right questions. I like it already. I'm new here. What are the rules? That's what I'm talking about. So again, right, some of the most basic rules so I can help you guys. Think about this. Stop losses on each and every trade. What does that do? Keeps you from losing your accounts, right? Not hard. Paper trade only when you're a new trader. It makes sure you're not blowing up your accounts. You're not obviously ready for this. Am I right? Think about it. Every rule I have is not make money. It's keep your money. Don't trade in the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the day. It's the hardest time of the day. I've been doing this 33 years. It's very hard. I get chopped up all the time when I'm like, ooh, it looks good. Oh, it looks good. Oh, I'm going to do it again. Oh, stop. I'm doing it to protect you, right? If you're a new trader, don't trade in the first 30 minutes because it is the most volatile, right? Until we get the shift change when volume comes in again at 10 o'clock. Because why? The very beginning is like this. Yo, 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 yo. Typically, after the first 30 minutes, it will try to decide which way do I want to go today. I'm avoiding you getting wrecked, right? Last hour of the day is power hour, high volume, hedge fund managers, making the things happen, trying to get markets to move the way that they want. I'm telling you to stay out of it. So if you're like, well, I keep getting burned up, why are you doing it? Right? Journal. It's for your own mental strength so that you can see what you are doing on a daily, consistent basis. That's all it is for. Did I trade it right or did I trade it wrong? What should I have done? What could I do better? That is what it's for, right? It's your homework every day. You guys can go back and review your trades and go over your journal and what should I have done right there and why did that not work out? It will help you, right? You're strengthening your brain and you're getting rid of your own stuff. Small position sizes. I say that because usually when you go in too large, your emotions take over. You're not trading robotically. You're not trading the trades. You'll end up blowing up your accounts, right? That's when we make a lot of mental mistakes. Is all the difference was we're going in too big. Let the runners run and stop out the losers. Again, notice the stop part is the most important. Stop out the losers so you don't continue to lose money. If you find yourself in these bleed out sessions, oh, well, I hope. Oh, it's going to come back. Oh, we'll see. Oh, it's coming down to support. Oh, it broke that support. Maybe this next, oh, stop. Draw a line in the sand. Use the stop. And then when you guys go green, right? Like, oh, I'm up 100. I'm taking that. That's my daily. That's what I told myself. That's what I told myself. If I can make 100, I'm going to take that. It could have turned into 2,000. Why are you taking 100? Let the runners run. I notice I never said take all the runners off the table. Never said that. I've never said that in my life. We use the shedding technique. We collect as it goes. We take off as it goes because that way we are guaranteeing locking in realized profits. Remember, nothing is realized until you actually click, right, the sell button. All these rules are in place, ladies and gentlemen. They're there to help you. If you can't do these very basic things we talk about, right, how are you going to advance? Stop saying, woe is me. Stop saying, I don't get it. Stop saying, I'm not a good trader. I guess I'm never going to get it. Yeah. Because you can't follow my basic rules. They're there for a reason. Again, follow the freaking rules, right? And listen, I know when I get on you guys, I don't get to sell anything and I don't get to make any money. And it's just, I don't care. I need you guys to understand so that you guys can get ahead in life. This is what we're doing this for, right? So when I'm in this mode, right? And again, like, oh, I'm not listening to any of this. You need to listen to all this. This is where the secret sauce, this is the golden nuggets, not the coach, just call out that runner. That isn't going to do you any good, right? It doesn't matter. There's 8 million people in this room. We could call out stuff all day long. You could just hear us shouting stuff. That isn't going to help anybody. If you don't know what to do with it, what good does it matter if one is up or one is down? That means nothing to anybody if you don't know how to handle it. You might get lucky and catch a momentum, and you're like, oh, I'm a great trader, and you just keep getting out a million times. It's because it's been going in the same direction all damn day, right? Can you duplicate it? Can you recreate the process every day consistently? This is all about consistency, okay?
And there you go. There's some information about AmericanDreamTrading.com and Coach's Rules all right there together. So if you haven't headed over and grabbed our free Discord yet, it's at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Scroll down the landing page, you'll see it there. And it also has some of our top memberships on the landing page. And if you scroll down just a little bit more, there's actually 2 buttons there you can click to see every single membership we have. If any of them having a current discount on them, they will show you that there also. So head on over there, do something this weekend, get in that free Discord. You'll have all weekend. Well, you'll have as long as you want once you join it, but you can spend some free time this weekend and take a look at everything that's there to be offered for absolutely free in our stock lounge, where you can ask questions. You can ask questions 3 o'clock in the morning. I almost assure you somebody's going to answer it. And you can also take a look at all our memberships. You can ask any questions in the stock lounge, all the discounts. And we have those training materials in there. You can start watching some of those training videos and reading documents. So there's a whole lot in there. You take a couple weekends actually to watch everything that's in there for free. We also have over on our American Dream Trading channel on YouTube, it's over 2,000 videos you can watch over there at your leisure. So check them out. Make sure that if this is your first time here today, that you click subscribe to this feed. If you like what you see, make sure you share it and click the notification button so that you don't miss any of these live feeds. And by the way, all these live feeds are available for immediate review upon completion of the broadcast over on YouTube, our American Dream Trading channel. So, MTBR41. What is the shaded red volume indicator called? Well, we call that a cloud. All that is a visual indicator. That's all it's for. It's not what it is. This is our 21 EMA and a 55 EMA. So when one's above the other, it means something different. So in this case, it's in a downtrend, and that's why this is just a quick visual. I can look at that real quick and see that it's in a visual. So I can click over here. I mean, I got a Google chart up here still for some reason. There's that. There's RTY. See, it was green earlier today, right? Different colors there. I can look at gold real quick. It's a good visual, because you could just have 1,000 lines on here. Sometimes everything blends together. So this helps separate the lines with color, right? Just pretty. That's all. It's just a pretty visual. So here was the uptrend. Whenever you get a crossover of the 21 and 55, and that's another teaching, that generally signifies a change of direction in the market. Now, it could be very short-lived, or it could be a strong indicator which goes on for hours or the whole day. So this is the cloud. We call that the cloud. This is the green, which indicates an upward trend. The red, it crossed over and creates a red, indicating a downward motion. And as you can see, that works. And we use that also for entering and exiting trades, depending on what style and what trading philosophy you're using at the time. There's many different ways to trade, and that's one of the things you can use in some of your trades. So as you can see, this has been down all day. Everybody made a ton of money today off of this stuff here. It was an amazing day. Everybody's going to have a great weekend. If everybody made enough money to go out and buy a yacht this weekend. Fortunately, I don't have any places around me that I can float a yacht, so I guess I won't be getting one. Wife won't let me have one anyway. So,
Mark, I'll find a place for you to go float a yacht.
yeah, I'm gonna take gold and get all my teeth capped in gold and silver. That's where I'm
There you
making
go.
all my money at. In gold,
Yeah.
bulk of my profits do come from trading gold futures. Today it came from gold futures. I made a little bit on silver, and I traded the ES, which you've seen us doing live, but I did mine this morning. And of course, I have to be a moderator, so I have to have other places to be and people to see and whatever. So
Look at all those lines. Oh my
I know.
gosh.
Oh well, a lot of them were because I was trading today. If it had to come back up, that's why. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. This is why you have to maintain your charts. And yeah, you ain't the first one to tell me that. A lot of these I put on there today just to kind of keep track of where things were breaking down at. So you do have to go back and manage your charts, usually on the weekends. Once in a while, I'll get motivated, and I'll literally blank out all my charts and redraw my historical levels on there. It doesn't really take all that long. It's just you got to do it. Um, Generally, I might do that on a Sunday. Saturdays, I have a newsletter to write. That takes about 12 hours of my time to write 2 newsletters that are very extensive. Our VIP Gold members get a stocks and options newsletter, and our futures members, which is everybody in here, gets a futures membership newsletter each and every week, generally on Saturdays. One of the benefits of that membership in the futures or the VIP Gold, especially actually both of them, on Saturday, they get all the economic news releases that's coming out for the following week. So our members know when government news is going to come out. They know what the government news report's going to be. The only thing we don't know is what the results of that meeting is going to be. However, because of AmericanDreamTrading.com, we know how to interpret that news and how to profit from that news. Okay? And as you can see, we profited from a good portion of this change of direction today was initially a reflection of the news. It wasn't, exciting or anything. But we can plan ahead our trades. Oh, well, this news is coming out. Maybe I want to trade the currency on that. I might want to trade the euro. There's some significant economic news coming out on Wednesday, just as an example. Not that there is, but they will know that ahead of time, and they could even plan what kind of trades and evaluate how those things go. And we use it every week to make money with. But the other
Looks like
thing
it's
is,
a good read. I enjoy it.
yeah, thank you. And with the futures, it's a little bit different. Well, it's a lot different than the VIP Gold newsletter, which is more focused on stocks and stock option news. The futures, not only do we have to cover the U.S. markets, we are also covering all the world markets, right? London and Tokyo and Australia and Switzerland and Germany. So all the other world markets, we have to know what's going on there because those news overseas each way, right, can affect our trade. So especially like I love trading the euro, so I need to know what major economic news is going to come out of Europe next week, and I will know that. I will have it right in front of me. I can tell you at any given day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, if there's any news in there that may cause the euro to move up or down, right? And so that's a part of the paid membership, among other things, stories on, the different uh, sectors, whether it's metals or energy or currencies and stuff. So there's a lot of benefits to membership. Membership has its privileges, and there are a lot of benefits that you don't see here. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So I do thank everybody for being here. I hope you enjoyed this a little bit differently way we were covering a live trade and going through it step by step and discussing our philosophy or our thinking about whether to get in or out of the trade and the things that we think of while we're in a trade. Hopefully you picked up on some of those. We are trained to do that, so Doug made it look easy, right? So,
Yeah, he had a
and
coronary there at one
yeah,
point. It's not easy.
yeah, right. It's not easy, but we've acquired those skills by being AmericanDreamTrading.com. So I thank you all for being here. We are here live for discussing everything futures Monday through Friday, 2 to 4 p.m. Coach is live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And we have our aftermarket show, which starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Time today. It's every day from 5 to about 6:30ish. What's called the aftermarket show. Go over to our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading on YouTube, and hang out there. You can even get on the live panel and talk through an open mic, or you could do like you do here and just type in your questions and comments that way. Check us all out 3 times a day. When you want to step up your trading, go to AmericanDreamTrading.com, grab our free Discord membership and our memberships that are listed there. So I thank you all for being here again. Thank you for all the faithful ones that show up every single day. Glad to have you here. And as you come in contact with the public and people that you know, try to brighten up their day, because you may not know what's going on for real behind that smile that they're trying to show you. So be the one that brightens their day. I thank you all for being here, and we will see you same time, same bat channel on Monday. See ya.